phones, Babylons can't crack the code.
Jordan Davis is seen by many as one of the best players in all of college football. But what if I told you Jordan Davis is still relatively new to football and he never actually really wanted to play it at all? This is B. Kelly back again with another banger video, and in today's video, y'all, I am going to be talking about the Jordan Davis story. Before I move on with the video, guys, remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, as we are on the road to 10K. Now, let's get into it. Many of you guys may know who Jordan Davis is already, and know that he is a force to be reckoned with. This guy is almost unstoppable, and he's easily one of the best, if not the best, defensive players in college football right now. You may be thinking that football was a passion of his since day one, but that's actually false, as Jordan Davis's original love for a sport was in basketball. And when Jordan Davis was playing basketball, he was always one of the biggest guys on the court, especially with his size. He was already one of the bigger kids out there, and he was an immovable object. He would often foul out of games. Now, let's talk a little bit about Jordan Davis and his high school football career. To start it off, he is transferring to Mallard Creek High School in Charlotte, North Carolina, going into his sophomore year for better academic opportunities. As he is registering for his classes, the person that is registering him is actually the wife of the head football coach of the team, and she would take him to meet the head football coach, which was her husband. And when they got to meet each other, the head coach asked, "Do you play football?" And Davis said, "No, I'm a basketball player." And you already know, with the size that Jordan Davis had, the football coach was going to make a sales pitch for him to join the football team. The thing was, Jordan Davis was never really interested at all in joining the football team. In fact, it was primarily his mom that was making him join the team, even if it wasn't really to be a member of the actual team to actually play. Even if it was just, Jordan Davis fetching water bottles for people, filling up water, or taking care of some people's injuries. She just wanted him to be involved. Davis would join the football team, but he hated it. He hated everything about it. The workouts, the practices, literally everything involved with the sport. Jordan Davis did not like it at all. He would even beg his teachers to have him sit in for tutoring sessions, and when that failed, he would hide in the bathroom stalls, sometimes up to an hour before the coaches eventually found him. A few weeks would pass during his sophomore season, and this is when Jordan Davis really started to turn into Jordan Davis that many of you guys know today. He started to get more reps as more time went on. He started to learn the techniques, and he was improving each day. And not only that, he was squatting 400 pounds with ease, and this was someone that was struggling to do even half of his body weight before that for such a big guy. And he just started to ball out. In his junior year, Jordan Davis was on the varsity level for Mallard Creek, and he was an offensive lineman primarily. He would only play a handful of defensive snaps. After his junior year, the coaches realized that Jordan Davis would actually be a lot better lining up on the inside of the defensive line and causing complete havoc for the other team than being an offensive lineman for them. So for his senior year, he was primarily a defensive lineman. With Jordan Davis's amazing size, he would get a handful of offers coming out of high school. Jordan Davis would hold a total of 8 offers coming out of high school, and most of them were to be an offensive lineman. Now, the 8 offers that he had were pretty good offers, as he had offers from Georgia, Florida, Florida State, Miami, Michigan, North Carolina State, North Carolina, and Ole Miss. Those are all pretty good offers to have for someone that really wasn't looked at all that much because he was new to the sport of football. Now, in the 2018 recruiting class, he was a 3-star recruit, ranked as the 424th best player in the class, the 29th defensive tackle, and the 15th best player in the state of North Carolina. Out of all the offers that he had from some of the top schools in the nation, Jordan Davis would choose Georgia to be a member of their defensive line. Kirby Smart had an outline for the perfect defense that he wanted, and he had a spot that Jordan Davis filled. A big defensive lineman that had the size and the athleticism to cause straight up havoc. Jordan Davis was expected to be an immediate impact player for Georgia in the 2018 college football season as a true freshman. But things would not be that easy for Davis in the beginning. He showed up at 380 pounds when he first got there, and in practices, he was getting bullied by everybody, and he hated it. Jordan Davis said, "I was so ready to go back home. I was like, man, I can't do this anymore." Although Davis swore that he could not do it anymore, he would stick it through, and just like high school, Jordan Davis would only get better as each week went on, and he would just turn into that much of a better player as time went on. Jordan Davis in his freshman campaign in 2018 would play pretty good, as he played in 11 of the 14 games Georgia played in, starting in 4 of them. He was the Football Writers Association of America's Freshman All-America team and Coach's Freshman All-SEC team. In that season, Jordan Davis would rack up a total of 25 tackles, 6 being solo, 19 being assisted, 1.5 tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks. In 2019 for Georgia, he would start in 8 of the 14 games played in that season. He would have 17 total tackles, 10 being assisted, 7 being solo, 4 tackles for loss, and 2.5 sacks this season. In his junior campaign in 2020, Jordan Davis would play in a total of 7 games in an already shortened season because he would miss games versus Florida, Mississippi State, and South Carolina. But he still had a good season as he made second-team All-American selection by the American Football Coaches Association. His stats for the year included 16 total tackles, 9 being assisted, 7 being solo, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 sack. Now on to present day. The current 2021 college football season. Jordan Davis has officially been in the Georgia Bulldog program for a total of 4 seasons, and he's been an immediate impact guy since day one, and a guy who's been causing havoc and has been providing great pressure every game that he's been a part of. He's currently having his best season yet, as in 10 games played so far with Georgia, he has 23 total tackles, 14 of them being assisted, 9 being solo, 3.5 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. Not only that, but Jordan Davis is one of 3 finalists for the 2021 Bronco Nagurski Trophy that is given annually to the nation's top defensive player, and one of 18 semifinalists for the 2021 Chuck Bednarik Award, which is given to the most outstanding defensive player of the year. He's also one of 6 semifinalists for the Outland Trophy, which annually goes to the top interior lineman in all of college football. He's also seen as someone that's going to be a for sure All-American this year. For someone that used to not want to play football at all and thought he was a basketball player all along, I would say Jordan Davis's crazy journey to be one of the best players in college football right now is quite insane. Well guys, if you guys made it this far in the video, remember to smash that like button, turn on those post notifications, and subscribe if you haven't already. B. Kelly, out.